live recording this right now. It is Monday, January 19th. NFL Divisional Round recap. Dylan is here. Connor is here. We've got a ton to get into. Two awesome games, one meh game, and one abysmal game. Let's go to the awesome.
Wait. Which one's meh?
Texans Pats.
What are you talking about? I got whiplash from seeing all those turnovers. That was exciting. That was fun. CJ Stroud absolutely craps there's nothing fun about that. That's just meh.
You're right. There is nothing fun about watching CJ Stroud.
I'm asking you. There's nothing fun about the 5 interceptions and just relentlessly turning the ball over and chaos happening at every single turn.
No.
Sicko. That's sicko, Dylan.
What are you
preying on someone's downfall like that?
Okay, we gotta stop here. I feel like I am not in the minority with this.
It was cool. It was a snow game and everything, but I had to watch the Houston Texans offense.
But you also got the privilege of watching their defense.
I thought it was pretty fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a fun. We had 3 fun games and one bad game.
Dylan, if one thing's good, one thing's bad, what's the middle? Meh.
I'm saying the Texans' defense being good outweighs, because when the Texans were on offense, you still got craziness. It wasn't. Here's the thing: you judge it based on offensive scores. You judge the goodness of a game based on offensive scores. When in reality, CJ Stroud turning the ball over 5 times is good. That's fun.
I didn't judge it off offensive scores. Rams-Bears was the best game of the weekend, and guess what? There was only 37 points in that game.
I would say Bills-Broncos was better, but
that's crazy.
To each their own.
That's crazy. Let's go Rams-Bears, Sunday Night Football. Soldier Field, Rams win in overtime, 2017. Caleb Williams, and they almost did it again, Connor. I don't get it. The Bears had some deal with the devil. Shout out my friend Andrew Franklin, who texted me. He said Halliburton and Caleb Williams must have been hanging out or something, because they had the Pacers magic. It was like watching the Pacers run the playoffs, where you go, there's no way they're doing it again. There's no way Halliburton's hitting this shot against the Knicks in this game. There's no way they're going to beat the Thunder. And the Bears just kept doing it and kept doing it. And then Caleb Williams gets that 4th down, insane touchdown to Cole Kmet. Connor, in that moment, how confident were you the Bears were just going to pull it out again?
Well, that's the thing, is they almost did it again. I sat there in stunned silence for like 5 minutes before I even texted you guys. And what do you know, we talk about gambling a little bit on this show. If you would have freeze-framed that game when Caleb Williams turned his back to the end zone and was like going over his back shoulder, and there were 3 Rams defenders unblocked coming right at him, if you would freeze-frame that, what would you put the odds that he scores a touchdown there at? Plus 50,000?
No. Connor, you didn't see Next Gen Stats?
No.
They said Caleb Williams had a 17.8% chance at completing that pass based on the play.
Based on
that because Cole Kmet was wide open?
He's messing with us.
I'm dead serious. They tweeted out a thing that said there was a 17.8% chance of Caleb Williams completing the pass based on the play, which was like, wait, okay, we need to just get rid of Next Gen Stats.
No, that makes complete sense if they're considering the fact that Cole Kmet, there was no one within a mile of him.
He was. The guy was right
I'm not
there.
trying to take away the play. I'm not trying to take away the play from Caleb, but if you consider the fact no one was within a country mile of Cole Kmet, that number's not outlandish.
Well, the more impressive thing, I think, is just getting the ball there off your back foot like that. I mean, I think this was from Next Gen Stats. 14-yard pass officially. It traveled 51.2 yards in the air to get there. That is absurd arm strength off your back foot like that, and to keep it in play. A lot of times you do that, you should chuck it out of bounds because you're falling backwards. So thought that was impressive, and I just can't. I think that's the only way you can describe this game is. I bet McVay and Stafford were like, there's no effing way. Like, there is no way that just happened.
When I saw that play unfold, when I saw Cole Kmet as wide open as he was, I was shocked because I thought that throw was just a Hail Mary, end of the game.
It was.
Schoolyard jackpot.
That's what
you think it was more that you don't think he saw Kmet back there?
Well, I'm sure he saw him maybe one-on-one or saw his guy in the back of the end zone. But if you go back and watch like the backside angle, you see the ball's in the air and Cole Kmet fakes towards the middle of the field like it's going that way and then comes back to get it to throw the defender off, which he could have just stood there and then it would have been incomplete. So I kind of, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like it was more of just like a one-on-one, but, you know.
Yeah, that was Hail Mary. That was Hail Mary stuff right there. Insane throw by Caleb Williams. Dylan, you texted during the game, said Caleb Williams earned your respect.
I did. I took it back. You're purposefully omitting details, which, I understand we're in the clicks business. It's something you have to do, Carter. Go ahead. You're just lying?
But he didn't earn your respect in this game? You're blaming him for that interception at the end of the game when that was clearly on DJ Moore?
Yeah, I'm going to blame him for the interception. Here's why I sent the text saying that I was back in on Caleb Williams. He was pressured on 17 to 45 of his dropbacks. I think the Caleb Williams of the past, we see a lot more of those turn into sacks, and he didn't take a sack this game. I think Caleb Williams in years past has had an issue with holding on to the ball too long, taking those sacks. He didn't this game. I specifically think of, obviously, the big play at the end of the game. But in overtime, he had to get the first down, and he's putting his head down, trucking defenders. That earned a lot of my respect. But then you have the interception at the end.
But it wasn't his fault.
Okay, I say it in jest. I'm higher on Caleb Williams than I was at the beginning of the year. I think he's figured a lot of stuff out. But I do resonate with the whole, Bears magic. The kind of... At the end of this game, you're thinking, are they really going to do this again? Now, I do want to pose a question. The Bears score that last touchdown at the end of the game. You kicking the extra point, or are you going for two? I saw a press conference after the game where they asked Ben Johnson, did you think about going for two? He said, in our 5-yard goal-to-go situations, they hadn't been going great that game. Do you think that was the right decision to go for the extra point?
Yes.
I think so, too.
All of their short yardage situations were a disaster in that game.
And not even just that, but you banking on the fact that it's been snowing for the past 3 hours, I think that probably wears down Los Angeles more than Chicago. At least thinking about that decision in that time. Overtime greatly benefits the Bears.
The argument to go for it would have to be, this defense is stunned and they're shocked and they don't know what just hit them. And it's half the guys ready to walk off the field when he chucked that Hail Mary up there. They were like, all right, game's over. We're going to the next round. That'd be the only argument for it. But I think you guys are right where in a game like that where the momentum shifts so much like that, just take it to overtime. You're at home, the weather like that, the momentum is shifted in your favor. I say take it to overtime. They were, 3 for 6 on 4th down? So, yeah, you're right. They weren't the short yardage plays weren't there last night.
And their defense was playing well. If their defense was just getting absolutely destroyed by Matthew Stafford and the Rams, then it would have been an easy, okay, go for it because this defense can't really get a stop if you go to overtime. Just go for two here. Their defense played great. Their defense did everything possible to win them that game. DJ Moore just gave up on a route and cost them the game.
I'm going to have to go back and watch the All-22.
I watched it. Go watch it. And Collinsworth in the postgame, too, was going after him. That was kind of like the most telling I've seen Collinsworth after a game, where he's like, I don't know what's wrong with DJ Moore here. He was just lazy and gave up on this play. If Collinsworth is saying that, then, it must be bad.
Panthers won the trade. That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing.
It is.
Both teams lose by 3 to the Rams at home.
The signs. It is crazy because the Bears, it wasn't some fluke they were in this game. They won time of possession. They had more total yards. They were better on 3rd down all night. They were competing all night. It's just, and you're right, Caleb didn't take any sacks. Another positive, but just the turnovers. I think it was 3-0 in favor of the Rams, and that you can't overcome that. When the Rams are squeaky clean like that and the Bears throw 3 picks, that's just tough to overcome.
And the fact that it just really comes down to those big-time moment plays where 3rd and 4th downs, like you said, but Stafford getting it done on those big 3rd downs. That one, they were at half field in overtime, and he had that throw to Puka where the Bears sent an all-out blitz. You were having success rushing 4-5 all game against Stafford. Why on earth are you going to send the house on Stafford? Nobody is better in this league right now than Matthew Stafford at getting the ball out quickly, and you're going to leave Puka Nacua butt naked right there at the 1st down marker. That was a horrific call by the defensive coordinator for the Bears.
Well, it's just make someone else beat you if at all possible. Make Mumfield make a catch or Jordan Whittington or somebody, one of those tight ends. You cannot beat Puka.
I understand you were having success on the offensive line. You're like, okay, we can just get to Stafford that quick. Do you think Stafford's not going to be able to pick that up? That was the game right there. The game was lost on that throw right there, and Puka won the game right there. So Dylan, any thoughts about Puka Nacua being the number 1 player in PFF overall?
We've had our exchange over this. I don't have. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with Puka Nacua. I don't know why you sent that
But
text.
do you agree? No, I'm not saying about anything off that. You know, just saying. Do you agree that Puka Nacua should be the number 1 overall player on PFF?
Should he be? Sure.
Numbers can't lie.
He's
Dylan
a great,
doesn't have a say in this.
Okay,
he's a great player. I'm not. I mean, he's a really good player. But I've never. I've gone at BYU. Now we want to talk about off the field stuff. I know a certain H man that would probably love Puka Nacua. But PFF. He's a good player.
You talking about Harbaugh? H man, Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
He would love Puka. Yeah.
John or Jim.
Probably. I think Jim.
Yeah, the way he blocks on the edge like that as a receiver, that's a Jim Harbaugh guy.
Yeah. I have the all 22 up. I just watched the interception. I have a couple of takes here. My first take is I think you could blame it on Caleb Williams for misreading the safety because the safety does drop back to try and cover. I can't see who that is. And then he just zips up. But you could also blame DJ Moore. That was a really bad cut on the route too. But I don't see DJ Moore giving up per se. I don't know. That's maybe that's just my opinion, but
I promise.
I'm not a film expert. Hand up, not a film expert, but that's just as someone that talks about football. That's what I see.
So to kind of put a bow on the Bears stuff, how do you guys feel about Caleb Williams going into next season? Is this a step in the right direction, and this is who he is going forward, or is this going to be first to worst? Maybe the Bears drop some of these close late game scenarios next year, and we're like, wait, what happened with Caleb Williams? Who was a play away from the championship?
I think that's a great question because I think there's two sides to this. It's one, kind of like the Vikings' Kirk Cousins where they won all those close one-score games. Does it flip the other way next season? But also, he's probably going to be the most bet-on guy for MVP this offseason.
That's a great point. I didn't think of that.
I think you're right, actually.
I think it goes one way or the other. I don't think they're just like a 10-7. I think they have a losing record or they are winning the NFC North type deal.
I think I agree with you.
They invested so many resources into the offensive line before this season, which I think was smart. Are they going to be able to keep all of that talent? I think that's the financials I don't completely understand. I don't know what the offseason is going to look like, but I feel better about Caleb Williams after this season than before. And maybe that's just me because I was so low on him previously, but
is that Ben Johnson? You going to credit Ben Johnson?
Maybe it is more Ben Johnson than anything else.
I don't know why we're talking about that. That's a crazy take. He had a really good year.
No, it's not a crazy take.
Oh, okay.
Not all my takes have to be crazy, Carter. Sometimes we just have regular takes.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Jim.
I think the problem I see is I think the other teams in the division will be better next year.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions are going to be as bad. I think Vikings, J.J. McCarthy should be healthy next season. I don't think McCarthy could be any worse going into next year. O'Connor over there.
Injured, so.
No, yeah.
And then Green Bay is going to be Green Bay. So, I mean, you're looking at four teams who will all have win totals above 9.
Well, at least with Matt LaFleur in the green and yellow, you don't really have to worry about that as a threat in the playoffs. They might go 10-7 and then flame out in the first round.
Shoot.
But with the Rams, once again, the Rams go into Charlotte, crazy environment, win that one in a close one. They go into Chicago, which was even crazier with the snow, win that one in a close game. This Rams team, they have problems, especially on the defensive end. And, Stafford, I was worried about Stafford playing in the cold, playing in the snow. It doesn't matter. This dude just gets it done. And yet they're still not Super Bowl favorites. I think they're third right now on FanDuel.
What, Seahawks, Patriots?
Seahawks, Patriots, Rams, and
crazy.
Broncos.
I want to touch on something you said real quick. You said go to Chicago, even crazier environment. Soldier Field, is that a tougher place to play than Bank of America?
If you include snow.
Yeah, if that temperature's below 15 degrees, they might have us beat.
Yeah,
gotcha.
snow.
Snow, So that insinuates that snow only affects the visiting team. It stops snowing when the home team has the ball.
But the home team's used to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So because it snows every week of the season, right?
Well, you live there, you're used to the cold. But,
okay.
you're in L.A., it's a drastic
Dome?
difference. Yeah.
Homeless. You got to deal with homeless people. The home field advantage is only if homeless people start storming the field.
CJ Stroud, dome lover. We can get to that.
Big time dome guy.
We'll get to that a little bit later.
That interview resurfaced pretty quickly.
That was awesome.
But yeah, man, this Rams team, I love them. I absolutely love them.
We're going to do previews, but Rams 10 points off of turnovers. No
Stafford wasn't
concerns
good.
about that.
Stafford was not very good.
Yeah, he was not great. Kyron Williams show.
I think that was
I don't
Stafford's
know.
first game below 50% completion percentage all season. I went back and looked at the game log. That was his first time completing less than 50% of his passes. Wasn't good, but they kept letting him throw.
I'm flip-flopping here, but can I offer a counterpoint to that?
Sure.
2 time zones, snow game for Matthew Stafford. I think coming out
Elderly.
with a win. Elder abuse. Coming out with a win is huge for the Rams. I think that's more impressive than we want to give it credit for. But I will be quick to say 10 points off turnovers. Not going to happen every game.
So I'll be in Utah next week when we're recording the championship recap shows and whatnot. Do I get to use the excuse of traveling 2 time zones when podcasting?
I think I'll allow that.
That assumes, though, and it's almost like you're trying to set yourself up for a subpar podcasting performance.
I think that's true, but I kind of want the caveat just in case.
Safety
fallback.
net, a little safety
Yeah.
blanket, yeah. Like I can't say
Actually,
that.
if you're going to the West Coast, if you're going West Coast Mountain Time, you should perform better on a podcast. You're watching games come on at like 11 a.m.
Oh, more time to process.
and
yeah.
more time to sleep.
Yeah. I love. Can I say this too? While we're maybe to put a bow on this.
6:30 prime time.
Love the 6:30 start time. Oh, I was in bed all tucked in by 9:30. I was watching Beast games by 10 o'clock. Oh, it was awesome.
I do have just for reference for going forward into our previews. Sunday in Seattle, high of
Rainy.
46, low of 43, rain, shower.
That's a very small window for temperature. That is
Very-
extremely.
Meteorologists are dialed in. Next week.
that is awesome. So is that a norm for like West Coast Seattle, like to not have that? Because in Ohio, the low can be 16 and the high can be 43.
You'll
trying
get
to
that a
thread the
lot in the
needle.
Pacific. Yeah, you'll get that a lot in the Pacific Northwest.
That's like what we
Okay.
do on this show, where we're like, "Oh, it's 2.5 point spread. Well, this team wins, but this team covers." That's meteorologists were like, "Hold my beer. We do
That's
one better."
crazy. That's crazy.
Let me see here. I don't think I have any more notes from this game.
Are meteorologists meteorologists now versus in the 70s? Are they like on steroids now because of all the tech they have, the Doppler radars and the computers and stuff?
What was
Well,
going
they
on in the 70s? Just like lick your finger and stick it up and feel the wind.
Hey,
and it's like,
you-
some coming in
it's
from
windy.
the east this weekend.
You go to like the local old folks home, you find out if like Teresa's freaking hip is throbbing. It's like, oh, it's gonna rain. Huh?
It's like Puxatawny Phil, like giving him signs or something.
Don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Shout out Bob Dylan.
People say that about golf, though, Dylan. About like playing golf in the 70s with the type of equipment they had, and now how good the equipment is. It's so easy.
Carter. You know what? I was going to golf shame you. I'm not going to golf shame you. I'm going to say you are correct. That is a conversation that happens. I mean, you got guys, Jack Nicklaus playing golf with permissive drivers, and you got Roy McIlroy out here with a super souped-up max head-sized driver hitting the ball 400 yards. Like, yeah, it's a little different. A little different game we're playing here.
Yeah, but it's also, you can do that with every sport. I mean, look at 1970s football highlights.
Can you with baseball? In
Yeah.
terms of equipment? Equipment?
There's
Gloves? I mean, gloves is probably the
player
only one.
analytics, like prep and stuff, would have to be the thing, like shifts and things like that. And then
I mean, I'm sure bats have maybe gotten a little bit better. I know there's all wood bats still,
They're
but
wood.
was everybody juicing back then, or is that only a modern thing?
Well,
and
back
also-
in the 40s, you had plumbers playing baseball. You had
Juice
300-pound
balls?
men. Juice balls, you can make, but that's not. I get okay. You can make that case for scientific improvement of equipment, but
Plumbers playing. Dylan, you fit right in NBA discourse. Let me introduce you to NBA X, talking about plumbers and electricians playing against Michael Jordan. Let me just bring you in.
Well, no, that they actually played defense in Jordan's day, so I'll stand up for MJ.
The most unsurprising thing is Dylan is an 80s and 90s truther.
They actually now we're not ready to have a conversation. We talk about Jordan, we talk about LeBron. We're not ready to talk about Larry Bird. We're not ready to talk about white chocolate Jason Williams.
I'll allow that because Indiana plays in the national title tonight. I'll allow that comment.
There you go. That was fun. A little cross-sport talk.
Even with basketball, playing in Converses, like how hilarious is that? Those dudes
that is crazy.
They're taking commercial flights and buses and trains and wearing Converses, playing 82 games. It's insane. But anyhow.
You know what I want to be a part of real quick before we move on? Dylan, maybe you can get me in on this. Yeah. Is there like a GOAT debate for golf that goes on?
Oh, yes.
I need to be in on that because that sounds fun.
Ooh. I mean, what do we want to happen here?
Who are the contenders? Tiger and Jack Nicklaus?
Tiger, Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus has the most majors, so that's the case for him.
How's my boy Arnie doing?
Sam Snead?
Yeah. Sam Snead you could make an argument for because he had the most tournament wins, but Tiger, I think, has since eclipsed that. So Sam Snead's kind of fallen to the wayside. Arnold Palmer, you're not making a case for. There is serious discourse about Scottie Scheffler by the end of his career putting up Tiger Woods-esque numbers. That's kind of the conversation.
Scottie Scheffler's kind of like Jokic. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes. Yes. Scottie Scheffler, Jokic.
Okay.
I'll go with that. Jack Nicklaus, my GOAT, by the way, didn't beat his wife. So that's my criteria for best golfer of all time.
Separate the art from the artist in the GOAT debate.
Is that confirmed?
In the school of Dylan, yes.
Okay.
No allegations of beating his wife. Better?
The school of Dylan, that might be a...
Whoa. We hold ourselves to a very high standard here at the school of Dylan.
The school of Dylan might as well be like a Kim Jong-un, treatment camp. Just pure propaganda.
I'm pro-democracy. What does that even mean? What is happening here?
You recite the Wilkerson ratings in the morning bell every day.
Morning announcements today. The Seahawks rank 1 in the Wilkerson ratings.
They currently are number 1. I updated the numbers before this show. Let's just say when we do our conference championships, my Super Bowl is being played this week.
I think you can say that for a lot of people.
5.5.
Yeah. We'll get into
points.
Texans, Pats. Pats win 28-16. Snow game in Foxborough. Just a bazillion turnovers in this game, like we mentioned before. CJ Stroud, talk about doo-doo cheeks. He was horrific in this game. But also Drake May wasn't that great either in this one.
He wasn't. It really seemed like neither side truly wanted to win. It was like, no, please, you take advantage of my mistakes. Please, no, please. I want you to make a comeback in this game. No, really, I don't want the ball anymore. I went and took just a quick shower, 10 minutes, missed 2 turnovers. I couldn't believe it. It was shocking. Ultimately, probably don't feel great about either team, but Stroud was just that much worse than May, and that's what decided this game. I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and you could say, Nico Collins wasn't out there. And I'll give you that a little bit. The Texans' offensive line, yeah, it's not great. I'm sorry, but C.J. Stroud was just flat out missing wide open dudes. It was the interceptions, into the flat or the check down, and you're just like, what is that? And it wasn't even the interceptions necessarily. It was just some of the decision making where, there was one play in the fourth quarter where he just threw it straight down. Where you're like, that might have been a fumble. What are you doing here? And just errant throws, just awful stuff from C.J. Stroud. Victory lap for me. I've been saying it this whole time. Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud. Genuinely, Connor, you would rather have Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud, wouldn't you now?
Yeah, I don't think that's unpopular anymore. I saw some people bringing those old tweets back up.
That pissed me off. Everyone was like, they were doing the meme of the guy standing up and testifying or whatever. It's like,
give me a break.
I would pick Bryce Young over C.J. Stroud. Brother, I've been in the trenches on this for years now.
Tell me right now, did you see that on the Bill Simmons Reddit page?
No.
That's where I saw it. It popped up on my freaking feed on Twitter.
That makes me mad because it is very easy to say that when C.J. Stroud throws for 4 interceptions.
But for me, with my take on it, I've been consistent with this.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, I have no
Okay.
issue with you saying. I'm saying it frustrates me when the general public comes out en masse after watching a primetime playoff game where he throws 4 interceptions and then you go public with that take. Like that, it doesn't count.
But he did have 5 interceptions in 2 playoff games and fumbled the ball, 5 times?
Oh yeah, awful.
Ding, ding, ding. Got a stat for you, Dylan. Stroud became the first player with 5 or more interceptions and 5 or more fumbles in a single postseason. Did it in 2 games.
Well, he did it. No, he actually did it in 1.5.
Yeah.
You guys have to remind me. I'm not a draft guy. You guys know that. What school did C.J. Stroud go to?
Ohio State. The Ohio State.
Has there been anybody on this show that has repetitively crapped on Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL because they consistently... C.J. Stroud was throwing to Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith, and Jigba in college. All of them on the same team in college. So now you put him with Christian Kirk, Xavier Hutchinson, Dalton Schultz, Jaden Higgins, and you're going to sit here and act surprised that he's bad? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I am going to do this.
Yes, you do. You kind of do.
Is it a little ironic that your Michigan man safety net, Nico Collins, gets injured, and all of a sudden you look like the worst quarterback in the NFL? Is that anything?
It's something.
I'm just saying.
Also, go ahead. Keep going.
This was just a completely vindicating performance for me because I was early on the C.J. Stroud's not that good train. In the last 2 years, I think he has shown us more of that. I saw an interesting take. Who is the Texans' offensive coordinator right now? He had Bobby Slowick year 1, right? And then he left after year 1.
Keep going.
So people were just insinuating that he might be a Bobby Slowick merchant.
But Slowick was there last year, right?
I don't know. I should have came better prepared. I apologize.
Yes.
Yeah, Slowick is now the Dolphins' senior passing game coordinator, and the Eagles just interviewed him.
Isn't that something? Take it going from offensive coordinator to senior passing game coordinator.
He was there last season.
Yes.
So then that matters much less. Then
I don't know how to explain C.J. Stroud's regression from his rookie season to now. I feel like it could just be as simply as,
hey, bro, breaking news. Like legit breaking news.
Oh, what?
Bills fired head coach Sean McDermott.
Oh.
No way.
Dead serious. Actual breaking news.
Is Tomlin about to be a Bill?
Wouldn't that be something? Oh my gosh.
Well, that's got to be is that the number 1 job opening now? Getting
Bills?
Coach Josh Allen? Got to be. Has
to. I would think so. Quarterback's already set. Didn't want to derail too much. We can keep talking about Texans Patriots and maybe touch on that when we get to the Bills game. But that's shocking. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, we'll touch on that closer to the end.
Here's what I will say about this game in a nutshell. C.J. Stroud, not only we can look at the interceptions and the fumble, he was making bad throws. His footwork was better. I think in the wild card round, he just looked terrified in the pocket. He was jittering. He was moving everywhere. This game, it looked a little better, but he was throwing to guys 5 yards down the field, wide open. He was throwing the ball in the dirt. Like, these guys had to scoop it up off the ground almost to catch these balls. It was just an odd, really bad performance, and it doesn't seem like things have gotten any better over the last couple of weeks. They had been winning in spite of C.J. Stroud, and the defense was not enough this game.
But with the rookie regression from then until now, I think it simply could just be once teams got a year of film on him and scouting him, they figured out something in that offseason from his rookie to sophomore year where they figured him out completely because he is nowhere near the same quarterback at this point. And Connor, you'll get this reference more, but C.J. Stroud looked scared in the second half of that game, or even in the second quarter of that game. It looked like Ben Simmons in the playoffs with the 76ers. He looked terrified to even, if he had a wide open jump shot with Ben Simmons, he was scared. He wasn't taking it. He's passing out, or he might go for a layup or something. It could be wide open, no one 20 feet near him. C.J. Stroud was second-guessing every single decision he makes. There's a chance we look back on this playoff game, and he might just have the Ben Simmons career arc of this guy was deemed as one of the best quarterbacks in the league and then just fell off completely we might have that with C.J. Stroud here. Do I think that's the case? No, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be an average quarterback in this league. He's probably not as good as we thought he was his rookie year, but he's probably not as bad as what we saw in the Pats game. But that's something to look out for because his confidence was shook on Sunday.
Was C.J. Stroud ever revered as a top quarterback in the league?
Oh, his rookie year, people were saying top 5. Yes,
he was getting
I didn't
Jaden
see
Daniels.
anybody saying that outside of Texans fans.
No,
What?
there was his
he was
rookie
getting this
year.
Jaden Daniels treatment his rookie year.
Yeah, he was. You go back and no, I'm not
And he
going to
was
advise
good.
this, but you go back and
I'm
watch
not
Get Up or
discrediting
First
him.
Take.
He was good.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
All
good
right.
his rookie year, and I think the Ben Simmons reference is a good callback. I think it's in football it's kind of a speed run where Ben Simmons was an All-Pro for a few years, where in football your career's shorter, so it makes sense. I think you guys are right, and not to just dogpile on C.J. Stroud, but for me it was just the carelessness with the ball, where you step up in the pocket and you're like holding the ball out like up here, sorry all you video watchers there, that was a bad hand motion. But
No, my heart goes out to you.
he's holding the ball up here like this, and it's like, come get it. Well, come get it, defensive line. Come get it, edge rusher. Like, no, please. And then when he gets pressure on him, when he feels that behind him, he tries to make a play or throw it instead of just going down. Fumble. Don't give the refs the chance to call it a fumble. That one where he threw it into the ground. What if the refs did call it a fumble? Just go down. I don't know. Just bad decisions.
If we're gonna say that about C.J. Stroud, we gotta say that about Drake May too, because that was abysmal what he was doing. And Will Anderson almost single-handedly won a playoff game.
Yeah. Now, here, we talked about Drake May a little bit at the beginning of this recap, too. So, his performance was not great. He had a couple big-time throws. I think of that last touchdown to, Booty?
But it was a good throw. But that catch was...
Sure.
Like, the Diggs catch and the Booty catch were insane.
Sure. I guess my question is, statistically, Drake May did not have a great performance. It's very clear he has ball security issues, and that was something they talked about on the broadcast that he's had for the better part of the year. Do you, given the fact that he was going up against a Texans defensive line that's as strong as it is, and Will Campbell's, is it Will Campbell, the offensive lineman?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Will
Yeah,
Campbell.
left tackle,
Come on.
rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, Will Campbell. The fact that he's had so many issues this playoff, does that kind of not negate, but me personally, that doesn't make me feel as bad about Drake May. I give him more of the benefit of the doubt there.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword where I'm a Drake May guy, Tar Heel, but you want to give him all the credit in the world and say MVP this and that during the regular season. You look at the teams he played. You look at most of the defenses he played. If you want to do that, you've also got to give the caveat in this game where it's like, okay, yeah, the Texans defense was great, but he also didn't have to play a team like that in the regular season. So it was only a matter of time before he saw something like this. Yeah. I think it kind of goes both ways.
And he also just got handed this game to him. I mean, you could have thrown me back there for the Pats. I think we would have won this game.
You could have thrown a few bubble screens.
I could have thrown some bubble screens. I could have thrown.
You aren't getting those passes to the end zone, though.
I could have got. I couldn't have done the Diggs one. I could have gotten that ball to Booty.
Okay, all right. Next, Bills Broncos.
No, I mean, you guys are dead on. We can dogpile on Stroud, and rightfully so. That was a horrendous game. But Drake May wasn't great. Pats were 3 for 14 on third down. You can't do that next round against this Broncos defense. And not to preview the game, but I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, but then-
the Broncos defense is not as good as the Texans defense. I think we're all in lockstep there, right?
Well,
But is
we'll
Jarrett
talk.
Stidham going to have 5 turnovers? Yeah, sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there. We'll preview.
Yes.
We'll get there. But it is hilarious watching. I mean, and look, this is coming from a place of just pure jealousy of Patriots fans, of the success Pats fans have had, the fact that Drake May is going to be this guy in the NFL, having a coach in Mike Vrabel. This is pure jealousy. But, man, it is such bull crap that, one, they get Drake May after having the greatest quarterback in the sport and just get Drake May handed into their laps immediately. They have, 2 down years at best?
No, they went through the trenches, Carter. They went through it.
Oh, dude, Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Yeah, he made a playoff game, but, it was still tough, dude.
You had
weren't
Gerard
Super Bowl
Mayo as your coach for
contenders.
1 year. No, I'm sorry, guys.
And then you
Suck
get a
it.
head coach in Mike Vrabel, just walks in the door, no problem. And then you get a season of playing just nobodies all year, And then you go to the playoffs and you get the AFC, you get the easiest AFC path ever in an AFC with Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Jackson, none of them. You ain't got to play any of them. You get to play Herbert with 7th-string offensive linemen. You get to play C.J. Stroud with might as well be 7th-string offensive linemen. And then you get to play Jarrett Stidham. And then there's a chance you get to play Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. Now this begs a bigger question of, look, we are going to look back on these playoffs, and not just the Patriots, but all these teams in these playoffs and go, man, that was their chance to get a Super Bowl. Because this isn't going to happen for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's a great take. I think there's multiple teams in this playoff run where we're going to be like, that was their one shot. Like, hey, if you're the Texans, you're probably not making it that far again. You're probably not going to make a title run with C.J. Stroud. This was the year to beat the Patriots like that, to get to play Jarrett Stidham. Like, that was their year. But conversely, we may also do it with the Broncos and be like, man, it's a shame Bo Nix got hurt because that was their chance.
That's going to be a big what-if in Broncos history and everything, but don't feel bad about the Broncos. They got 2016. They're fine. But then it's like, if you're a Bears fan, you're maybe in the toughest division in football. You had the Rams on the ropes. You had the chance to win that game right there, and they were right there. Like, that's going to be a what-if for them. The Niners, they had injuries and everything. I don't think that's a real take or anything, but, like, the Pats, I think they'll be fine because they have the coach, they have the quarterback, and they're going to be able to bolster up their defense and their offensive line and get weapons and all that. I have no doubts about that, but you still got to go against Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Jackson. Like, this is the easiest it's ever going to be for you to win a Super Bowl.
And they may take advantage of it, is the thing. And we're going to look back and, if they make the Super Bowl and end up winning the whole thing, I doubt we're going to be like in 10 years, man, remember that easy schedule? The majority of people are going to be like, oh, Pats won the Super Bowl in 2026, whatever it was.
But, like, imagine if the Seahawks lose to the Rams or lose in the Super Bowl. This is their shot. This is it.
Sam Darnold's playing on borrowed time right now, if we're being honest. There was his career really should have been over. The fact that he's been able to resurface like this is unbelievable.
This is it. But
and also, hey, last thing on the same topic, Matthew Stafford's, May versus Stafford MVP argument, but Stafford's the most proven best quarterback left in these playoffs. Does he get knocked at all if they don't win the Super Bowl? If he doesn't win a second one, does he get knocked a little bit for that?
Since he has the Super Bowl in his back pocket, it's fine. He's
okay.
When it's all said and done, he's not going to. In the moment, he probably should, but yeah, no. Who are you guys rooting for right now going forward? We'll preview the rest of these games, but in order out of these final four, who are you rooting for, and who do you want to win the least?
I think I want the. It's so tough. Abby asked me yesterday, who are we rooting for, Texans or Patriots? And I'm like, well, the Patriots have been pampered for how many years? But I do like Mike Vrabel. I do like the idea of Drake May winning a Super Bowl in his first full year as quarterback. But Chase is a Patriots fan. I'm gonna have to go Seahawks 1, Rams 2, Broncos 2, Rams 3, Patriots 4.
Okay.
Seeing Stidham win a Super Bowl would be all time. That would be all time.
Broncos might have been last for me because I cannot stand Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and them. But if Stidham won a Super Bowl, how sick would that be?
It'd be awesome.
Like, that would be one of the craziest stories. The fact that, I mean, we'll preview those games. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but the revenge game of playing against his former team in the AFC title game, and he goes on the press tour before, I think it was it was before last season, where he's like, I thought I was going to be the starter. I'm good enough to be a starting quarterback in this league. I thought I won the job in camp and all this stuff. And now he gets his chance to go against his former team playing the AFC title game for a chance at the Super Bowl in a home game. Like, crazy.
That would be fun. I'm torn here on the rankings, and I've said this before. Love Drake May, Tar Heel. I grew up hating the Patriots. Just didn't like Belichick, which is ironic now, but didn't like Belichick. Never liked Tom Brady, like Welker, all those guys. Yeah, maybe that's actually grown. I don't know what to do here. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I think I'll probably go. I think it would kind of be fun to see Sam Darnold win. So I'm going to go Seahawks 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks 1. I'll go Patriots 2 strictly for Drake May, but God, the fans would be insufferable. Rams 3. Broncos 4, I think.
I'm okay with Broncos 4. I hate Sean Payton with a burning passion. But
maybe flip the Rams. I don't know. They've already won one, though.
I'm going 1 Rams. I love Stafford. I love McVay. Love Puka. And also, I have my ticket and really, really want that Super Bowl ticket to cash.
Carter, I have a Seahawks Super Bowl ticket.
What odds?
$9.50.
Okay.
So we're at odds this week.
I got Rams 20-1. You know what's
we'll
funny,
split the pot, right, with the show.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Connor, who you got? Broncos?
I got Hornets to win the division.
The division.
The Southeast Division.
That is funny.
Anyhow. Yeah, let me go Rams, then Broncos for the Stidham Story Seahawks, and then dead last Pats. I do not want the Pats winning it.
I know, that fan base. They don't deserve it.
Nope. No, all their teams are good.
Yeah, no sob story. They could be bad for the next 10 years, and they still couldn't talk.
Yeah. Anyhow. All right, moving on. What do we got here?
Bills Broncos.
Bills, you know.
Yeah, let's go Bills Broncos. Bills Broncos overtime 33-30. Okay. When Bo Nix had the ball in his hands at the end of the game, I texted you, Dylan, and I said, "How confident are you in Bo Nix right now?" And you said, "I wanted it I have it on the record that I would not be confident in Bo Nix in this spot, and I did not believe it would get to this point." Basically.
Yep.
Now, he made the throw to Mims. No, I'm not dissing Bo Nix.
And I think you said even, quote, amazing throw or what if
that was
something
great
along
throw.
those. Yeah.
To Marvin Mims in regulation. The referees dog walked him down the field. I mean, they just said, "Hey,
That's true.
please come down the field." No. Hey, spot the ball here. Spot the ball here. They handed the game to him.
Now, I just need to make sure you know that if the Bills left without a shadow of a doubt of any interference, then we would not be having this conversation. That is a feasible option for the Bills.
Now, but I don't think that's the bigger story in this game. I think it's the Brandon Cooks catch.
Is that the game-ending one, the interception?
Yeah, they called the interception when Cooks caught it. Like they did this with Adams last night. They said Adams caught it when the Bears picked it off. That's the same play. I'm sorry, that's the same play.
So is the game plan for the Broncos Bills recap to argue about this for 6 minutes and not come to a conclusion?
This is more of a safe space for Bills fans and a therapy session because they got screwed on that play. They got
Carter and his
absolutely
ref
boned.
love, Dylan.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it was rigged for the Broncos from the start. So
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that was a bullcrap call.
It was typically in that spot in a play like that, tie goes to the receiver. Like in baseball, tie goes to the runner.
Wasn't
it's
a
like,
tie.
hey, if it's simultaneous possession, you hit the ground, play's dead. I didn't feel great about that. And also, I hate that it happened to Devontae Adams and they called it the other way. Because if you're a Bills fan, you're probably sick over that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just no consistency with that.
That's the problem with NFL officiating. Not to like bash on the refs, but it's really just consistency. I think that people want where it's not, oh, that one bad call and I'm gonna complain about it and moan about it. It's more, let's call this consistently the right way every single time. Let's call PI the same way. Let's call push-offs the same way both ways. Like there's no consistency. It's kind of dictated by pace of the game and matchups and who the ref is.
Yeah. People were complaining about the Marvin Mims one, like him surviving the ground. Like, oh, he bobbled it a little bit. That one, like, okay, like
there comes a certain point where like you're playing. Is it a catch or not? Like we don't need to go to the slow mo 10% replay and watch the ball move 2 centimeters. Like he caught the ball.
I just watching that game live, Bills Broncos, and you see the Cooks catch / interception. They quickly just breeze by that like it was nothing. There,
I can't believe
Broncos
they didn't
ball.
stop the game. Cannot believe they didn't stop the game for 10 minutes.
I just see them set the ball.
That'd be the one
Bo
time
Nix
I'd be okay with it.
But Bo Nix is in the shotgun, and it's just like, oh, all right, like that's it.
Dylan, what's your take? I'm just curious.
My you're not gonna like my take. My take is that it's a call that could go either way. It went how it went, and you have to move on with it. Bills fans are going to be upset because it was a 50-50 call, and it didn't go their way. Broncos fans are going to be thrilled because it was a 50-50 call, and it went their way. So, I I understand the Bills being upset, or Bills fans being upset about that call. It could have gone either way, right? And I think, not to divulge or dive into a bigger referee conversation, if we want NFL games to be officiated by one hive mind in New York and have no, like, it doesn't matter who's refereeing the game. The hive mind up in New York is just going to make all the calls whenever it comes down to it, and that's what it is. Then that's fine, but we're talking about the difference between two different plays, the Devontae Adams play, the Brandon Cooks play. I'm sure there are 20 other times this happened within the regular season that we don't know about because it didn't happen on a national stage. Those all went different ways. Like, I don't know. I get why Bills fans are upset. It's a 50-50 call.
We're measuring first downs with the technology that we're doing now. We're not bringing the sticks out anymore. We're measuring it virtually. We can get the call right. Like, we have 20 bajillion cameras floating around the field at all times.
But
especially in the playoffs, you have to get it right and be sure about it.
I don't think you can. I think it's good to get subjectivity out of officiating in all sports.
Robot umps.
But I don't know if I don't know if it's possible with plays like these. It's not possible with pass interferences. It's not possible with some of these plays in football.
Can I bring up something my brother and I were talking about yesterday watching these games?
Yes.
How many ranches without Amalfi's pizza?
Oh no, it was a white chili chicken yesterday, homemade.
Oh, that sounds good.
Let me see here. Okay, so
did you make it?
No, I don't make crap. I can't cook.
What do you mean you can't cook? It's reading, Carter. You read the instructions and you do the stuff that it's read. Can you read? You can cook.
I don't know if I can read.
Stroud's not cooking. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
he's gonna be going to Drewski's mega church though next week after that playoff loss.
Okay, that was hilarious. Anyhow, my brother and I were talking about this. NFL refs, they basically should be in the witness protection program.
Yeah.
Why are they using their real government names? They should be using fake. Every ref should have a fake name. Like Ron Tolbert coming up there giving the call. If that's his real name, that's crazy. Ron Tolbert should be called Joe Smith, and that's it. They should not be having real names out there.
Like ICE agents. They got to be coming up like ICE agents. That's what Carter's calling for.
You just want to call them numbers. You just want to label them as numbers. I know somebody
I'm
that
not
did
saying
that.
Oh no!
I'm saying
biggest fan wanting to. Oh,
I'm saying this for for their own protection. Could you think about how much hate mail these dudes get?
Oh man!
Yeah, that
was good.
They probably get rewarded handsomely. I mean, I bet they make a decent chunk of change. But yeah, I think you're right on that. Where they're
crazy money.
Football fans are crazy enough to do. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, why are they using government names? Call the ref Rico Bosco. Like, come on. Like, Barstool Sports has to do it. Why doesn't the NFL do it with their refs?
The thing is, then does that draw more attention to it where it's like, oh, I'm going to find out who this guy's real name really is. I'm going to find out his identity, and then it gets down a rabbit hole of, like, investigating some guy.
But, like, I'm sure celebrities don't actually give out their, like, children's real names. Like, I'm sure the press know the press know their kid is one name, but their actual government name is totally different.
Is that what's going on with, like, Northwest and St. West, like...
Or in, like, Elon Musk's, like, XZ21...
Elon Musk can get behind this idea.
I just can't.
X1.
Oh,
what, Dylan?
Nothing.
You go for it. Yeah.
I can't get over the.
He liked that. I know you liked that.
That was good from Connor, and like I just imagine the two professions that Carter wants anonymity for: referee and ICE agent.
When did I say that?
Carter wants his referees out there like ICE agents wearing masks and their eyes covered up.
When did I say ICE agents?
You didn't say ICE agent, but that was just
putting words in my mouth.
No, that's just a funny metaphor I thought about. You want them out there anonymous like ICE agents.
Well, we can solve this.
Say that.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you said that. No, but that is ICE agents are anonymous. Which
are
is
they
a
all
problem,
anonymous?
And then you want referees out there anonymous like that. It was just a funny metaphor I thought of, Carter.
They can't all be anonymous, can they?
Well, they're out there wearing. Masks. Anyway.
Anyhow, Bills Broncos.
I thought that was funny. There's ice talk for you.
Yeah.
And speaking of ice, Bad Bunny halftime show commercial again during NBC.
We're good. Now that McDermott's gone for the Bills and everything, they got to go get some wide receivers. I mean, these stink.
It's unbelievable. We have this conversation every year where it's like, oh, man, look at Khalil Shakir. That should not be Josh Allen's number one receiver. It shouldn't be.
And also, this does hurt the Mahomes-Allen argument a bit because, I mean, Mahomes is getting it done with Juju Smith-Schuster.
He's got Xavier Worthy or Rasheed Rice now.
But I'm talking about the Super Bowl run. He won his Super Bowl with Juju as his best receiver.
That's true.
Dylan, what?
Carter, I'm not familiar with Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm not familiar with that player. Is there another name that he goes by?
I don't know. What are we doing here?
Okay, am I making this up, or do you not call him Juju Smith-Pooster?
That's you.
I call him that?
I've never said that.
You've never called him Juju Smith-Pooster.
Corvette.
I've never said that once.
Okay, all right. Sorry then.
Check the tapes. Release the tapes. No, I
check.
think you're right.
Yeah.
Go check the tapes.
Well, look, this is 100% the best head coaching opening now to have a chance to go coach Josh Allen.
Cam Ward?
No.
Second most cap space?
Well, considering the Titans finalists.
Yeah, look at the candidates.
I don't know. So you sent that yesterday. I saw a graphic that said something very different about the guys that we conducted second-round interviews with. I can't find it, but it had McDaniel on there. It had Jesse Minter on there.
Oh, so you're not going to trust Schefter's reporting of, hey, these are the Titans' final candidates?
Schefter was also saying that Kyle Tucker was about to sign a deal with the Mets, and he signed with the Dodgers. So,
but that's baseball. We're talking football.
So his football reporting is more accurate than reporting in another sport?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Schefter needs to stay out of other sports. When he gets in the NBA, it kind of pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to doubt his report. I will say it right now. Those three candidates that you said were shortlisted, who was it? Saleh, some Ohio State guy, and...
Is it Matt Nagy?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say none of those three will be the Titans head coach.
Sean McDermott?
It's compelling. No. I've brought this show to a screeching halt two times already.
Yeah, it's okay. Sean McDermott come back to Carolina. But good win for the Broncos.
Wait. In what capacity?
What do you mean?
You said come back to Carolina? Sean McDermott come back to Carolina? You want him as a head coach? You want Canales out?
No, DC. He was the DC in our Super Bowl run.
I will go ahead and say it. He will not be taking coordinator job.
I don't know.
There's no shot he takes a coordinator job.
What if he's I just want to be a consultant?
Yeah, or I think he could take a year off.
Okay, I should add the caveat. Okay, that's possible too. I should add the caveat. If he wants to be a head coach, he is going to be a head coach somewhere.
Sean McDermott coming on CBS? Is he going to be on TV?
He will not have to settle for a coordinator position.
Sean McDermott, come on the cast. We got a spot for him.
It's a shame if you're Buffalo. You just look at some of the numbers, the counting stats, where it's like they had more first downs. They had 6 more first downs. They had 100 more yards than the Broncos did. They won time of possession by 11 and a half minutes. It's like you go 11 for 16 on 3rd and 4th downs. It's just the turnovers, and that's the thing. We've talked about the refs. We've talked about a lot of angles at this game. There is the point that I want to make that if you're Josh Allen and you give the ball away 4 times, it kind of is what it is. You can't put it up to the refs. You can't put the fate of the game up to the refs in the last minute or two. Like, you had every opportunity to beat this team and put them away.
Especially the one before halftime. The one before halftime was inexcusable.
What are you doing? What are you doing in that point? I don't even know why you're calling this plays.
Yeah, that was just inexcusable. You can't fumble and give them a field goal going into the half. That's insane. But yeah, another year of heartbreak for the Bills. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. And then I was thinking about this in the locker room with Bo Nix and the Broncos. It's like, okay, Bo Nix fractures his ankle, which is crazy. It happened on the QB kneel. Like, crazy. And then I don't know if Jarrett Stidham knew he was hurt or anything, but I just think of the idea of Sean Payton coming in the locker room, knowing Bo Nix fractured his ankle, walking up to Jarrett Stidham and go, hey, Jarrett, you're playing in the AFC title game. And he does a little sass meme like, me?
Me?
I'm playing in the AFC
Have
title
you been
game.
getting your film study in, Jarrett Stidham? You played one snap this year, this entire season, but you're starting the AFC title game.
Did you see they signed Ben DiNucci as an insurance policy? He had a 2-game stretch there with the Cowboys a couple years ago.
We're good.
If we see Ben DiNucci
You might be
this
good,
weekend,
but the
something's
Broncos
gone
might not
horribly
be.
wrong. Something's gone horribly wrong if we see DiNucci this weekend.
If the Broncos are going to be missing Zach Wilson on Sunday, they're going to be wishing they still had Zach Wilson.
We're a year away from potentially seeing Zach Wilson in an AFC title game. Just a year away.
I know. Why did you go to Miami, buddy? Why'd you go to Miami? Stay. And he still would have been back up to Jarrett Stidham, let's be honest. Or you think we get a Kendall Hinton sighting?
Kendall Hinton. I don't think we do.
No comment on game on Josh Allen's back. He blows it. Game on Bo Nix's back. He wins it for his team.
Penalties did play a part in this one. The Brandon Cooks catch. But no, I'm kidding. You got to give Bo Nix the credit here. I mean, I was 100% wrong. The fact that Bo Nix was able to make those throws, make those big plays in those big moments like that, hand up. I was wrong.
Yeah, the fact that Bo Nix was able to just chuck the ball down the field and beg for a PI call, I agree. I think, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
but it does suck. You look at the game, to have 50-plus penalty yards on the last drive, like that just sucks as a football fan to see. You want somebody to make a cool play and win the game, but, I mean, you can't really argue the PIs.
Yeah, but also, the Mims throw was like, okay, Bo Nix did it. Like,
he made enough plays to win the game. I'm not take that away from him.
But anyhow.
First Broncos playoff win since their Super Bowl.
The signs. 10 years ago. 49ers Seahawks win just my gosh. I mean, it was over.
Lot to a little.
It took 7 seconds. 7 seconds, a lot of time. But that's all it took for this game to be over.
So I was during this game, I was playing Magic the Gathering with my wife and brother-in-law, and I checked my phone. 30 seconds of game time has passed, and I saw Seahawks 7-0. I was like, Cooper Kupp, nice touchdown catch, something like that. And then I checked Rashid Shaheed kickoff return. I'm like, oh, this is how this game is going to go. It gave me, when I saw that, I was like, this is going to be that game against the Cardinals one random October night where the defense and special teams scored 35 points.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, and I was like, even watching this game, it really wasn't on Purdy. One, the injuries piled up too much for the Niners, where even McCaffrey's getting hurt in this game. No Kittle. Juwan Jennings is a shell of himself. No receiver help. The defense is depleted. But then the play calling was honestly terrible by Shanahan, where the Niners had a chance to get back in this game, take momentum, and make this a real game. 4th and 1, I think it was on the Seahawks 40, and they ran a speed option with Juszczyk and McCaffrey to the outside. What are you doing?
I wrote that down. That's kind of when the game, yes, the kickoff return leaves the other team shell shocked. Not a great way to start at all. But the Niners did have some sort of momentum, and that 4th down just sucked the life out of that team. Because what are you doing on that play call?
That, and then also Purdy makes a great throw to Tongas, or however you say his last name, makes a great throw to Tongas, 25 yards, and then he gets stripped and fumbled. It's like, what the F is Purdy supposed to do in this game? That's
not on him.
The Tongas fumble was when the game ended right there, and then it was over.
And stop me if you've heard this before, but I think it just boiled down to the 49ers not having enough. You're playing third-string linebackers. You've got third-string receivers. You're playing Juszczyk a million bajillion snaps.
A lot of injuries this game for the 49ers. A lot of guys hobbling over to the sideline.
Soft tissue
issues.
If you take away every single drive for the Seahawks that started in 49ers territory and the kickoff return, they scored 10 points.
Still win.
Still win? Sure, it's still win. Yeah, they would still win. But that was very interesting.
That's what we talk about, though, is the key to this entire playoff run for Seattle is how much can you do and not ask Sam Darnold to do too much? How much can your special teams dominate? How much can your defense get the other team in bad situations? How many times can you get the ball starting in Niners or the opposing team territory? Darnold only threw for 124 yards. He took a back seat in this game. He didn't have to do much. He was sick, or he was hurt coming into the week. Didn't even know if he was going to play or not. So this game script honestly couldn't have gone any better for Seattle. Now, I don't think that's going to happen this week. He's going to have to actually make some plays against the Rams. But it was a picture-perfect game for them. He didn't have to do anything. Kenneth Walker took over.
Yeah, that's all I have.
This has to be statistically the worst offense to have the most 40-plus point games.
That's a great stat that you might need to research later this week.
You could tweet that and nobody'd question you, and you get like 1 million retweets. That might be the one. Be like, Seahawks offense is statistically the best by 6.7 EPA ever without.
What do they call retweets on Threads or Blue Sky?
Reposts. I'm not on Blue Sky. Blue Ski. Not on that. Threads, I think, are just reposts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything else from this one? Because I just don't. There's nothing more to break down.
Charbonnet injury.
Tough.
Didn't seem. I think he might play, right?
What, knee? Knee injury, I think, is what I read. Yeah, maybe. Playoff best ball, absolutely. I have one team alive out of my 80 entries. 4 Patriots, 2 Broncos, and a Ram. That's all I got. One team.
Man, hanging on for dear life.
And one of those is Bo Nix. My quarterbacks are Bo Nix and Jordan Love on that team.
That's tough.
Yeah, so I know everybody was clamoring to know about that.
Nice. All right. Well, last question I have, and then we'll end this pod, and then we'll go ahead and record some previews. I texted you guys this last night to prepare for this. So usually in the NFL, and this shout out Chase, he's the one who pointed out this question to me. So I know Dylan's disgusted by that, but
I think I'm going to abstain.
Okay. So usually half of the teams in the divisional round do not make the playoffs the following year in the NFL. Which 4 teams miss the playoffs next year out of the 8 in the divisional round? Because, I'll be honest, you could probably tell me just about every team in the divisional round outside of maybe the Bills, and I think I wouldn't be surprised they missed the playoffs.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You can paint a narrative for just about any team that played this weekend to miss the playoffs next year. Yeah. And you can go down like with the Seahawks, Sam Darnold could just turn into a pumpkin next year. Or they could completely just not be good next year and not have enough. Or, you look at the Texans with CJ Stroud. That's not a team that I feel great about making the playoffs. So if you want me to pick 4, probably Seahawks, Texans, Bears, and Broncos. How about that?
Wow, Seahawks, Broncos. 2 1 seeds right there.
Maybe Rams over Broncos, actually. I could see maybe Stafford just falling off a cliff, and this is kind of the last ride for the Rams.
I could see I could see every team. I could even see the Pats crumbling too.
Oh yeah, Pats playing a
first place schedule,
a first place division winner schedule. The Bears playing a first place division winner schedule.
They're my number
one
pick.
In that division. The NFC North is going to be the best division in football next year.
Yeah. I just can't. This is another stat that we could just make up and go tweet out and get 1 million retweets. I bet next year is the most turnover for playoff teams that we've seen. I bet there's more new playoff teams next year because what are there, 14 that make it every year? I wouldn't be shocked if there's 10 or 12 new playoff teams next year.
Could you? If you told me all 8 miss the playoffs next year, like say, knock on wood, Allen has an injury or something and the Bills crumble, I could see them all missing.
If we turn injuries off, I'm saying the Bills are back.
Yeah,
I think the Bills are back, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like Rams, I think next year Matt Stafford, at the end of this year's contract is void. He could be a free agent, I think. I'm looking here. It says 2027.
I assume
he'd still be under contract. I'm getting my years mixed up. He's still under contract for 26.
As I said, I don't think McVay's going to let Stafford walk. I think Stafford will walk when he wants to. So,
but he's about to be 38 years old. I don't know how many more years Matthew Stafford has. He's already been banged up. If they make a run and win the Super Bowl, does he just call it quits? Like that's
if
the
I'm
thing.
him, I would.
I would too, because where are you going to go from there? I think this iteration of the Rams team, this might be their last run. So yeah, talking about playoff next year, I wouldn't be shocked if they just completely retooled.
Yeah, the Bears in the toughest division. You've got
Texans.
The Niners. The Niners are dealing with injuries left and right. Like we've seen years from hell for the 49ers.
But that kind of makes me, compared to the other teams that we're talking about here, makes me feel a little bit better about them. It's like, if everybody would have stayed healthy, it's almost like this iteration of the 49ers that we're dealing with is close to the bottom of the barrel. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and it could only really be better if the injury luck just goes our way a little bit. However, Connor, if your theory is true, that all goes out the window. So, but I would say Bills.
My theory. I love that I get credit for that. I didn't think of that.
I see videos about it on TikTok. I'm like, please show Connor. Please show Connor. Please show a clip of Connor. Bills, 49ers. Oddly enough, if I have to keep going, like these teams that have strong defenses, I feel better about. Like, I hate to say it, Texans, Seahawks. Like, honestly, I don't know what Darnold's contract looks like. You're telling me the Seahawks, it's pretty
Darnold's
apparent.
back. Don't worry. He signed a big deal.
It could just be plug and play there, right? So I would say those are my 4. If you're giving me half the field, the ones I would be confident about making the playoffs next year: Bills, 49ers, Seahawks, Texans.
Now, moving on quickly. Obviously, McDermott fired as the Buffalo Bills head coach. Do you think John Harbaugh's like, are you kidding me? Like, I could have, if I would have just held out a little longer, I could have just ended up being the Bills head coach?
That's funny to think about.
Tomlin,
Probably.
The issue with Tomlin is Tomlin's still technically under contract with the Steelers, so then you'd have to trade for Mike Tomlin if you want him, and he's making a butt ton of money.
Hey, Pittsburgh, you want every receiver in our receiver room for Mike Tomlin? let's make a trade.
Shavers, Coleman, Mecole Hardman, all yours.
Brandon
Hardman
Cooks.
scored that
Brandon Cooks.
How many people were surprised Mecole Hardman played on the Bills when he scored that touchdown on Saturday?
98% of people.
The Mecole Hardman?
Mecole Hardman. But yeah, so and then
do you guys
go
agree
ahead.
with the McDermott stuff? I mean, I think I'm okay with it. Just gut punch reaction we learned about it 5 minutes ago. I'm kind of okay with it. This was the year for the Bills. No Chiefs, no Ravens, no Bengals. Like, this was the year, and they came up short. Maybe it's just time for a change.
Is this a? I don't know. Go ahead, Carter.
Do we think that they were so worried about Joe Brady taking a different job that they said, you know what, we'd rather lose McDermott and upgrade Brady to head coach?
Great call.
That is interesting.
That is something they would do. But the thing is, Josh Allen has to sign off on this, right? He has to be okay with this.
I think Josh Allen and Joe Brady have a pretty good relationship. If I had to guess, I mean, I don't know what Call She or one of these places have as the top odds. I feel like Joe Brady's got to be the favorite to be the Bills head coach.
It's a great call, and you're probably dead on.
No odds up yet.
Also, changing gears a little bit, I was talking about this last night with some people. Bottom 5 situations in the league, and you don't have to do an order on this, but I think the Steelers are in the bottom 5 situations in the league.
Oh, they have to be. This is the clearest cut rebuild. We're gonna suck for the next few years that I've seen. Unless they get built out with a great quarterback that we don't see coming, I don't see a world where this turns around any quickly.
Jets, Dolphins, Steelers, Cardinals, Browns, I think, are the bottom 5. And I think the Browns are the best out of those 5, which is crazy to say.
It's because the defense.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Are we looking at only head coaching openings? Only the jobs with the open head coach?
No, I said Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Raiders could be, but then if it's how much you believe in Mendoza. Like, at least you have a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract. And
Yeah, right. They're taking Carson Beck, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, that's what we should do. We're recording this before the national title game. Is this game for the number 1 pick in the draft? Can Carson Beck?
Oh, shoot. I don't... I'll be honest about assessing situations. I've brought up cap space before. You guys say cap space doesn't matter. Does it matter at all?
Yes and no. If you're the Saints, it might matter this year. But I feel like maybe it doesn't matter because I think the Saints have been like $70 million over the cap for the last 15 years of my life, and it just hasn't mattered. And they're still making
back, yeah.
Yeah, they're still making signings. You're like, how did they sign that guy? I thought they had no money.
They took out a second mortgage on their house.
Yeah, they're at Rent-A-Center. They're like, yeah, we got Taysom Hill.
No.
But we got Taysom Hill on layaway. Anyhow. All right, well, do you guys have anything else?
Almost over.
All right. Well, we'll end this part of the pod. We're going to go record some previews for the NFC AFC title game, so make sure to tune into that. We'll have a college football title reaction pod coming as well. That'll be out on Tuesday and everything, so make sure to subscribe at KarterKast and everything, at Connor_Sparrow, at Wilkerson A. Dillon on threads, at CarterBA, at KarterKast and everything. PGA best ball, some golf previews from Dylan on the channel.
Best ball's over now, but
Best ball's done, so we got
every
golf
week
previews,
golf.
right?
Yep, doing
Sony?
very well.
Sony
was last week. This week, shout out Platinum Card. We got American Express.
Oh, the Amex Open. Shout out
Wow.
Joey.
Who's Joey?
Oh,
My father worked at American Express.
Oh, can you get us some tickets? Fly us out to La Quinta.
Probably. Where is this at?
La Quinta in California. I don't know if that's how you say the city.
Oh,
It's
the
like
hotel.
I don't know.
That
That is a green sign, green hotel sign. Is it La Quinta? La Quinta?
La Quinta.
Yeah, I've stayed in some ghetto La Quintas.
Yeah, we got one in town. It's bad. Yeah,
It's
bad.
It's bad. I had to stay there with me and my dog in Columbia, Missouri.
Is
And,
that an IHG property?
not
Hilton.
Not Wyndham.
Not Wyndham, not Marriott. I
Is it
think
Choice?
it's IHG. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Hotel Minute.
Anyhow, download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required. That's code KarterKast at SeatGeek.com. Follow KarterKast and everything. Subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.